Okay. So yesterday we discussed about the users and the groups. There is some sort of the information we discussed. And in this process, we discussed about what are the basic commands we are using. Nothing but useradd, userdel, and user modification. But so some basic fundamental information only we discussed. But coming to the production environment in practically how we are going to use it. So that is the one we are going to discuss today into the deeper section. Just to overcome of the entire previous subject here. So users are the individual objects. Groups are the created for the specific reason, for the motto of particular reason, nothing but what is the purpose of that particular group is created. So users will be having the some set of the policies, and users will be having the read, write, and executive permissions, and user will be when tie up with any groups, it will be having the some specific features. What are the things it will be allocated based on the policy? It will going to be defined. So, and coming to that, majorly we are into the using three types of the commands into the user administration, like a user add, user delete, user modification. And there is a two types of the configuration files where it will by default it will be exist /etc password /etc shadow. /etc password will be consisting of all the user information and group information, shell information, home directory, and information, where /etc shadow will be consisting of all the user password related information. For example, when your password is created, when it is going to be expired, and what is the interactive, and what is the minimum length, how many days before we need to give the warning. These type of the additional information it will be there into the /etc shadow. So let me move on to the topic. Let me share my screen. For example, so yesterday we discussed about one of the user cat /etc/password. So hello is the one of the user is there. Okay, let me check the user information. How we can check the information of user is there or not? ID space -a also we are using. A is nothing but all. Without A also we can able to get the information. So you can use the any type of the option -a or without A also. But ultimately the command is that ID. ID is define you that identification of user. We can there in a system or not, by using the command ID we can able to find out. So there is one more command /etc password rep-i hello. So just to know that whether it is existing into the password shadow. So these are the two types of the configuration files as discussed. So by default we are not placed any content over there. So yesterday also I created the only by user add command, one of the user I created. I haven't placed any content inside of password and the shadow. But the thing is that it was created and it was deployed automatically into the. So who will be taking care of this information? This will be taken care by the kernel. The kernel is the operating system. It is having the inbuilt mechanism to control entire thing. How the Windows is a separate operating system like a Mac, Fedora, Ubuntu. Every operating system is having the inbuilt mechanism. That inbuilt mechanism will be decided based on the architecture. What are the place where we need to keep it, and what is the path where we need to place it, what is the configuration. It is a predefined, it is not the customized, it is a predefined from the operating system end, and we are not changing by default also. So most of the times interview questions also, as I said earlier, interview questions also you will get a questions or nothing but if the user is there or not, how you are going to define hello, nothing but ID command. If the user is created or deleted, what are the basic files where it will going to be committed, /etc password and /etc shadow. Without this place can we create? No, we cannot able to create. But there is one option, active directory. Active directory users are not by default present into the this. Active directory is nothing but there is one concept. means they are not a local users, they are the general terminology we are calling as a foreign users, nothing but somewhere it will be. For example, in your office environment you people are using sso, single sign on. The single sign on is a kind of active directory mechanism, nothing but in your laptop the user is not existed by default. It will be the your laptop will be having the replica of user. The user information basically consisting managed by the active directory servers. So that is one of the mechanism is there. So people are using into the based on of architecture. So in that situation only it is not existing into the your local server. Okay. So coming to the topic here. So so here CHAGE. In a change, just remove the N. Chase -L hello. So this command will help you to give the information of all the user and the password related. For example, the client said that 7 days before warning giving is not accepted. I need to modify that 15 days. So 15 days, if you want to do the modification of anything, just you need to drop the -L. -L is nothing but listing purpose. If you drop the -L, it is going for the editing of particular operation. For example, I'm not giving the any value here, maximum value also not giving. Okay, password change, nothing but password change when it is need to be changed. I'm not giving anything. Number of warnings I mentioned 15 days. Okay, password expiry warnings 15 days. Okay, inactive I'm not mentioning. Any date is there means, for example, 12th, nothing but 2026 12. Okay, 01. For example, I mentioned like this. So now attend the sum of the changes. So it is automatically reflected. This is the one we changed auto. This account is going to be expires on particular date. Means let it be there is some production environment you allocated for the one of the project. The company is signed for that project for the 2 years. So automatically the company, most of the cases, they are creating as per their commitments. For example, the project was signed for the 2 years means there is some companies, they are renewing every 6 months, especially banking and finance companies. There is some of the companies, it will going to be increased by using the these are the parameters, nothing but entire project also they can give it. For example, there is a one user with a hello. So the whatever the project is working, nothing but it is going to be renewed on December 1st. So till the December 1st, he will be having this access. After that, this account is going to be expired. Nothing but if you want to create means you need to recreate it or reactivate or those type of the things. Again, we need a approval from the IAM team or user management team. So here one more change we done is nothing but 15 days. So usually whenever your password is going to be changed, okay, so 15 days before from that day it will give you the warnings. Okay, hi, your password is going to be expired, can you please, okay, reset the password. Like this you will get the from 15 days before you will get the notification. So this is one of the major component. Most of the companies, especially if we are working into our regular office environment, usually we are receiving 7 days and 15 days. Some of the, especially our laptop password, any account password, sometimes they are providing 30 days also. 30 days before itself you are going to get a notification. So what exactly the development team will do means they will take you the input from here, they will create a web page. The web page will be consisting of, for example, it is this is the kind of the raw information. From the raw information they will create a one beautiful web page, nothing but your password. For example, there is a username with a Pavan, is going to be expired from the like a January 21st, 23rd or something. So if you want to reset means use this link, or if you want to escalate means use this something. If you want to speak with customer care, give this call to this number. That kind of the information they are going to create a web pages. So the web pages will be performed by the development team or the application teams. From the server end, this is the feed we are going to be given. So there is some of the cases, as I said you earlier, user will come up with a kind of the requirement. Okay, his password is expired or he is not able to log into the server. Then we are going to validate by using the id command. First, user is there or not. Secondary thing is that we are going to validate whether the user is having the privileges or not, nothing but whether it is expired or not. So once it is expired, we are going to update to the user it is expired. Why it is expired? Nothing but why you did not reset the password in time. We are going to get the business justification. We are not directly resetting the password. Okay, so we are going to get the business justification, means he done some mistake, right? He need to give the business certification, nothing but actually I forgot, actually due to the BAU operation I missed out to reset my password, whatever it may be. We will ask them to send the mail. Once he send the mail, then only we are going to reset by using PASSWD. Okay, so PASSWD is the command for the password. So make sure that whenever you are assigning the password, okay, for example, if you can see that here, when I trigger ID command, ID I'm not giving anything here. By default, ID after it will take you the current user. The current user is that root. So ID space root and ID space with ID enter, both are the same type of the parameters. So here the ID is the user. Right now I logged in. Right now I logged in as a ID user. So now the component is that now whenever I'm going to reset the password, let it be there is a user, hello is there, it's fine. Now the client said that he want to reset the password, or since it is expired. Okay, PASSWD, make sure there is no capital letters, everything is a normal letter. PASSWD space, make sure you need to give the username. For example, if you're not giving the username, means it will take you the current user. What is the current user here? Root. So ever and never don't do this. This is going to be very big escalation. For example, in hurry burry, what we will do, we are going with this kind of the manual mistake, automatically it will going to be happen. It will prompt you wherever the root password is using, everywhere application is going to be issues you will receive. They are going to escalate it. They are going to do the RCA. In the moment of the time, they will ask you that why you change the password, what is the purpose of that. So there is a lot of questions will be coming to the picture. So that is the reason, make sure that you need to define the user here. So the user defining is a very important. If you can see that here, the changing the password for the user hello. So hello is the user. I'm going to change the password. Whatever the password is there, just you can define you that. Okay, define that. Okay, so here I'm not given the exact 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so the password is I changed. So if you can see that here again. Okay, so here nothing but this is the value of the thing. We are going to ask to the user stating that su hyphen hello. So we are able to log in. We will ask them to log in with the same credentials, whatever the password we reset, whatever the user. We will ask them to check with the user promptly. Still he is facing the issue, means then based on his where he is trying, what is the error he is getting, based on that we are going to perform. So let me go to the some of additional things. Let it be here. So one of the thing is that whenever user is created, okay, So okay, so here the first example is that yesterday we explained about the two scenarios. One of the scenario is that, okay, one of the scenario is that nothing but, let it be one of the engineer joined recently. Scenario 1. So there is one fresher, they hired from the college, okay, he is a new user. From our aspect, user, there is a new user joined in company. So once a new user is joined into the company, the next thing is that, okay, we are going to create a user account. Let be he is working into the Wipro. Okay, we are going to create a one user account. So after 1 year, he completed his probation period. He completed, let it be 1 month. He completed his training. Then we are going to allocate user to group. Allocate a user to the group. This is a one scenario. Second scenario is that, as I said you earlier, let it be there is a one user will be there. He is an experienced person. The purpose of the hiring of this guy is that there is a need of one of the project. We need a administration. Let it be Linux admin we need. So the company hired the one engineer from the outside market. So means the purpose of where he need to be deployed is defined, already decided. Okay. So once user is step into the company, we are creating the user creation and mapping to the group also done same time. Means both of the operation is going to be performed at the same time. So this is the two types of the scenarios we are going to get it. There is a one more scenario is there. For example, usually there is a scenario 3. The scenario 3 is that, let it be one user is there. This user every day he is working, nothing but he completed some 2 years. Okay, so he moved to the another project, same company, same company. So what we are doing, we are not deleting the user, we are going to mapping or editing roles and responsibilities. For example, he become a manager. Earlier he is an engineer, now he become a manager. He is a become a tower head. So automatically earlier he have a basic approvals and all, basic things and all. Now there is a lot of the changes is happening into the his account. Nothing but he can able to approve, he can able to delete, he can able to perform some additional activities. There is a lot of policy changes is going to be happen with a particular user. So these are the three types of the scenarios we are receiving oftenly into the production environment. So how we are going to perform it? So let me go with a, so user add, let it be we have already documents are there. So user add, just for example, test account. So you, I will tell you how and why we need to use the sudo account. We have another protocol is there in user management only. I'm going to cover it up at the last. Okay, so let it be user add. There is a one user is called test account. User add. First of all, I'm going to validate whether the I have a test account. For example, I'm not having the test account. So user add test account. So this is a scenario, but we are creating the user, okay, and we are allocating to the user, nothing but simply we are creating the user at the initial stage. So he haven't completed any training, just he stepped into the from the college to the company. Okay, and the secondary scenario is that, for example, there is a lot of process changes will be there. For example, there is a lot of changes we need to be performed. So we are using user mod. So user modification is nothing but, let it be this guy is completed. all the runnings and all. Now we are going to allocate the particular engineer into the particular group. Let it be he is a part of one of the project. Let it be in Wipro Capital One. There is one project called Capital One. He is allocated to the Capital One project. He is a part of some of Java developer, .NET developer, whatever it may be. Nothing but earlier he don't have any mapping with any directories or any groups. So right now we have a mapping. Nothing but we need to map it. So if you want to map it means we are going to give a -a g. So g is a nothing but group we are going to define. So right now whatever the groups are there, just we need to check it out. For example, cat/etc groups. So here let it be there is one group is there, test account, or we can take it any one of the group add test group. So there is a one test group is the particular group is there. So particular group I'm going to add it. User mod. I'm going from the starting. Test account is the one of the user. Okay, this test account I'm going to allocate it. User mod hyphen. Okay, user mod. Give the user details. Okay, and hyphen a g. Nothing but g is a nothing but a for all. G for grant, nothing but a group. Which group it is, let it be test group. Just allocate the test group. So when you allocating the test group, automatically the data will be going to be okay allocated. Nothing but the data is going to be allocated to the group. So test group is added. Earlier it is not having the any information, nothing but the group allocation is not there. So now the test group is allocated, nothing but in production environment also that's saying that he is a part of, now he is a group. The user is not having the access also, since he is a, so there is a sometime real time issues will come. One of the user will be there, the user come up with a query, let it be I am not able to access the some set of servers. Okay, the requirement is that I am not able to access the some set of servers. He will send the mail. Okay, hi infra team, I am not able to access, let it be one inode 2 server with my credentials. I'm getting some authentication issue. Okay, he is mentioning getting authentication issue. So what is the troubleshooting? So we are going to do it. The first troubleshooting is that by id command we are going to validate the user, right? So that is the first command I am going to take it out. And the second thing is that cat/etc password and /etc shadow. So these are the tools I am going to check it out. There is one more command we are using, chase. We need to drop chase -l and user ID. We are going to validate whether the user password or anything is expired or is any changes into the password level. Just to validate, we are going to check it out. There is a case, all good. So this is all fine. But there is a one more scenario is that, okay, but still he is not able to find out in that time. So that is the reason, especially when you are dealing with the user management issues, we have to take the one more scenario, keep it in a mind. For example, let it be one person with a ROM, he is not having the access, means it doesn't mean that he have all the access. So we need to take a clone or who will be part of team. nothing but any colleague ID we need. Let it be he's a part of Linux team. So we are going to ask you that, can you share me the someone ID who have a access? Let it be there is a, okay. So Rahim, there is a one guy is there. This guy will be having a access for that server. So what I'm going to do it, I'm going to compare with the, let it be with the Rahim like this. What is the basic difference between the Rahim and the what is the test account? Means the user, whatever the issue. So you can see that here, this is the part of test account. This is a part of Rahim. Just think of that. So here, these are the, he is a part of, this is the group, but this group is not existed. Since he is not a part of this group, whatever the things will come into the 1002 server access related, whatever the servers, services, everything he is not able to access. So we are going to define, I am going to send a mail by stating this one. Okay, hi test user, you are not a part of this group. So that is the reason you are not able to access the anything. To get approval from this one, please raise a request to the IAM team. IAM team approval. So obviously IAM team expecting the approval from his manager. Probably he is a new to the employee, or maybe old employee. He newly allocated to the environment. Okay, maybe one project to other project momentum, he got some chances. So it doesn't mean that when you are dealing with a user, always upper hand should be yours only. Don't take any actions without any confirmations. Okay, see, from our hand, very simple one command we need to be executed, we need to add it, that's it. But the thing is that what exactly we need to do it here, whenever we are dealing with any kind of user, we need to be make sure that we cannot directly promptly acting anything without any approval. So we are stating that, are you a new user, or you are already facing the issue, collect the basic information. That basic information will give you the solution over there, and moreover it will give you the confidence over work. So we are not there for anyone, we are doing our own responsibility. We need to be very strict on those things, because if something is going happen means unnecessarily we lose our job, right? End of the day we will lose our job. None of the client or none of the user will come and help you out in the moment of the time. No, I know this guy, so no one will speak with your HR, right? So when you're going with a process, be clear in the process. So this is the process, your account is not a part of this group, this need to be done means we need IAM team approval. Okay, get the access, get the approval from the IAM team, then come up with a proper request, then we will perform. That's it. Khel khatam, dukaan band ho gaya. Okay, so that is the way we need to be take up. So this is about the scenario one. So there is a scenario two is that same time, nothing but, for example, there is a scenario two where we are able to do the operations. For example, same able
Pavan,
to create.
1 second. Sorry to disturb you.
Yeah.
This IAM team here, what they will do, just approval. Means, see, role will group will assigned by our team, right? Means admin team. So what IAM team will do exactly?
IAM team, for example, let it be simple example. Yesterday I explained you, right? For example, you have a Netflix. Okay, just think of that. Your account is, you are working for the Netflix. Okay, so as per the Netflix, you have a simple example I'm saying. We have a let it be 199 offer. Okay, so 399 offer. Okay, let it be 599 offer. 199 offer, you will get a one mobile, 299 two devices, 399 more than a 5 devices. Okay, so now that here the user is requested that my team members are able to access this group. These are the numerical, but from our end,
Yes.
like a standard, premium, like a ultra premium. You got a point, right? This is our terminal.
Yes.
Okay. Now your customer said that I'm not able to access the premium account. So this premium account, what are the things are there? So what I'm going to do it, okay, premium account in your team, whoever have the access, get their ID. So he is going to give the Rahim account. I'm going to check out Rahim account is a part of 399. He is a part of premium account.
Yes.
Okay. So he is a part of standard account. So you are trying to keep on syncing with the two devices. Obviously, it won't be because here policy is different, here policy is different. Now think from the business perspective. For example, if I done the some command, if I give the privileges to the instead of 199, 399. So from business point of view, he did not paying the amount, right? Okay,
Yes.
an approval means you are approving, entering one unauthorized user into the environment. That is a kind of unnecessarily we have to pay the amount.
Yes.
Okay, otherwise they are going to we have to give the justification. So what I'm going to say that boss, you are a part of 199 group. Okay, so obviously you will be having the one user only. If you want to go with the 399 offer, since he is a personal account, we are saying that you pay the 399. But it is a business side, right? I'm going to say you need to work with the IAM team and your manager. What IAM team will do, it's something like a sales team type. IAM team is a nothing but they are keep on validating. Okay, this user this come up with a request means they are going to take the business justification. Why you are trying to connect to the premium account? What is the need? Question. Second question is that okay, if you want to access that means have you paid the amount? You are not paying the amount, right? Why you are paid that amount? Okay, if you need a business wise you need approval means get your manager to approve his payment, then we are going to give approval. That's the same thing, general terminology how the sales team will do it, right? Okay, so you are paying the 199, bro, no we cannot accept, pay the 399, I will give you right away, whether you are paying or your manager is paying. Okay, so here the same thing, that is the what. This is a real time example. This is a business wise example. Okay. Now, what is the purpose of my role here? I'm just operating the system. Okay. I'm operating and supporting the system, but I'm not the owner. Okay.
Okay.
Because this business is not mine, right? Okay, if the business is of mine means I would have resigned my job, I can do myself. Okay, this business is not mine, so that is the reason I'm not a decision maker. So that is the reason, and yesterday first class also, we are not removing, we are not deleting, we are not entertaining, nothing but some of the cases, especially wherever the payment is become a inherited property, we need everything business justification. Means this is the purpose I need. So he will going to respond, hi, I came to the new to this project. Okay, so all my other team members are having the 399 offer except me. Okay, other team members are having the 399 offer, could you please approve? Then your manager will approve, then IAM team will going to be refer and approve as per the project, the code and all. Then it will come to me. Okay, hi infra team, we got approval from the manager and IAM reference number also will be there. That reference number could be any ticket number, change number, some reference number. Okay, so it's stating that it is approved. Then I'm going to use the particular command. Our part
And
role is
this
very
this
simple.
group formation. So this group formation is done by managers plus our IAM team, right?
Yeah,
Means
that
they will
depends
decide what
upon
needs to.
environment. For example, if you are working into the prod environment, if we are working into the DR environment, this is a very mandatory. For example, if we are working into the test environment, dev environment, okay, optional. Okay, that's depends upon your environment. Production DR are very sensitive, means it is directly hitting to the outside world. Okay, test and development we are using for our own purpose. For example, there is a Java team is there is a testing team is there. They are creating before going to the production. They are doing some kind of testing. Okay, there they will do they will they will remove, they will add it, they will perform lot of action. So that is not a major abandon to the business, only thing side business perspective. Then in this side approvals are not mandatory. Okay, just take the mail from them, chalo we can add it, कोई भी problem नहीं. But when you're going with a prod, I'm not the right person, bro. Get the approval, then only you can perform. That's it. You got the point, right? Here, process is a very important. This process only will see command is a one line. This command you will get from the ChatGPT also. But if you're getting the process violation, your EMIs and jobs, everything is going to be collapsed. One enter. There is the one of the my when I started my career. Okay, one of the my mentor said that being an infra side admin, any administration, whether you are SharePoint, WebLogic, any kind of administration, your job will decide one small enter. That day, if you wrongly enter one command means that will decide you that next month you will be there or not. Okay. So think always from our EMX dependencies, then very proactively. I don't want to be take a risk.
First is EMI is very important.
VMI, see, that is the thing, right? Instead of family, we have to think of our banks. Okay. So that is the reason. Always, some of the guys, I'm saying that there is a most of the companies, application teams. See, in my present company, there is some of the guys who came from the previous vendors. They're all are experienced. They don't have the zero technical knowledge, but they have a voice. Simply they will tell you that, okay, Arya, you काम करता नहीं. You people are there to work only, right? You are part of admin team, right? चलेगा, give it. I'm there in a floor only, right? I said that. Okay, whatever you were saying, send me the mail, bro. I'm there in a floor. I'm the manager. कोई भी problem है, I will give it. By referring as discussed with this guy, I'm giving. मुझे कोई भी problem नहीं. Next time he won't speak it out. Arya, don't say like that. We need some. No. It's not my business, bro. I don't want to be. Abhi khona ka to come and we have a tea and some snacks. Okay, I don't want to risk my unnecessary thing. That is, it's not about the job. Unnecessarily auditing. If you caught with the auditing team once, definitely you will place the paper. They will torture you a lot. It's like a CBI. They're doing some interrogation, right? Whether you are not doing any murder or something, also they will make you that. They will prove you that you you only done like that. They will give you a lot of torture. Don't give the justification to anyone. Okay. So make sure that you will be the part of approval. That is the reason why this is a very small topic. Actually, the thing is that I can complete the topic with one command. But why I'm taking lot of process means process is a very important. If someone of interview also, maybe once your experience are increasing also, these are the very thing. Based on environment, go with a standard. Don't go with Oxford English and all. Go with some basic environment. You have a Netflix. You have on nothing but Prime accounts. You have a one internet banking. That is more than enough to understand our technology. No need to go for the and artificial intelligence. Those things are not needed. Okay. Hope it's clear, right? Any doubts?
No.
Okay. So we'll go with the scenario too. For example, there is some scenario. Okay. So the user, there is one experienced person is joined. Let it be useradd. Let it be Linux admin. So first of all, ID space Linux admin. I'm going to check it out. there is a guy with a Linux admin, or instead of Linux admin, we'll place a, let it be a Ram or something. Okay, Ram. This particular person, he is a part of Linux admin. He is going to be joined into the particular company. Let it be Wipro. Okay. Now my requirement is that the HR team clearly said that this guy is a part of. Okay, so this guy is a part of one of the specific group. Let it be group. We can see that test group. Test group is the part of. So next thing is that user add. Okay, so ram space -g. Let it be -g. You can try with any g. Let it be -g. Okay, test group. So what I done here? So when earlier I triggered ram, here I'm using the capital G. Let it be same thing. I'm using the small g. Is already existed. Okay. See the differences. Okay. One thing is that capital G, normally in production environment, we have two types of inheritance will be there. One is that primary account, secondary account. Means, for example, here Ram is the one person. We are assigning for the Linux team. This part is clear. But Ram is a part of, since he is a part of infra team, he need access for, okay, VMware. You got a point, right? Primary account is nothing but specifically where he is dedicatedly working for. Let it be, he is a part of Linux team. All Linux servers are there into the VMware and Azure. Let it be cloud. So obviously, since the servers are there in a VMware, he need access for VMware also. Means, for example, he can have access for accessing, reboot, restart, some sort of operations. Means, primary is a defining of which user it is allocated. Means, for which purpose you are working for. Primary purpose is that Linux. Secondary is for maybe for time being, or as per the need, he is a part of that. So if you come across here, this is your primary. This is your secondary. Okay, means he is a part of Linux team. He is a part of Linux team. Due to that, he needs some other additional access. So that is the reason what we done. They created the, since we are using the same user, it will getting the confusion. Group add test VMware. So here, what I'm going to do, it means, see, one of the group will define you that he is a part of Linux team or particular Linux team. Second group is saying that he is a part of particular VMware team minimum responsible. So whatever the roles and responsibility, whatever the VMware team giving the privileges based on that. But he will be having the access for both of them. Okay, both of them also he will be having the access. So here scenario 2 is that test account. For example, ID RAM is earlier, it is not there. First I'm going to validate it. So same time I'm creating the user and I'm allocating to the group also. So once I done here, I'm able to see that user account is created and it is allocated to the group. There is a one side inheritance property is that since he is a part of infra team, Okay, there is a some subclass will be there. You need to have access to the VMware group also. So that is the reason what I done. I am going to add it by using the usermod command. Nothing but I am adding the test group. Let it be that is a VMware team, that is a Kubernetes team or Docker team, whatever it may be. Nothing but we can add it based on the his needs. So these are the things we can perform herely also. There is some of the companies they are attaching from the active directory also. Okay, so both of them. This is about the scenario 2, means same time we are adding the user and the group in the same time. So on the third scenario also, that is the same thing. If you going with scenario 3 also, there is a user is already there, we are editing the roles. That is also, it's a part of scenario 2 only. Nothing but creation of the user and doing the modifications. So there is a one more thing. For example, let it be I want to delete the group, or I want to delete the particular, modify the any one of the account. So let it be ram is the account is there, cat/etc password grep -i ram. So my requirement is that with the ram, his account is that, okay, let it be this is the shell. So yesterday I explained cache etc shells. So his shell is that /bin bash. Now the client said that ram got promoted or ram got deported, whatever it may be. He need to be change the shell from the bin.bash to bin.sh. So user mod, we need to modify means we need to use the any modification, we need to use the user mod. User mod -s which user ram bin.sh. User mod username -s is defining with that shell. Shell is nothing but, if you can see that here, ram. Earlier it was /bin.sh bash. Now it is become a /bin./sh. So this is the way how we are going to change the shell. For example, he got a promoted and his home directory also we need to be changed. Home directory also we need to be changed. In that time, let it be his home directory /tmp/ node something. There is a home directory need to be changed. Means that is a requirement from the client. So earlier he is a part of this particular home directory /home/ram. Now all his information will be the storing into the this particular home directory. So the purpose of the home directory, yesterday I clearly explained, all your configuration information it will be going to be stored. That is a what example, a real-time example like your Aadhaar card or PAN card, which area, which district, which country and which place, the tracking of information we can easily, whatever you are doing, everything we can calculate from the home directory. The home directory will be consisting of all your logs, all your information, everything it will be storing upon. So this is one of the major information. So there is the same thing. If you want to delete user del ram, okay, because right now it is a part of groups also, we cannot directly delete. So that is the reason we cannot delete by using -r also. Let me check the user. It is gone. It is already removed. Okay. So let it be, if you can see that userdel is the command. So the userdel command will help you to delete the user. Especially this type of the request we will receive at the time of decommission. So there is a terminology we are calling as decommission. So what is a decommission means? Let it be, there is a guy with a RAM. He worked in this organization 20 years. Just think of that. He's a very patient guy. Okay, after 20 years, he taken a wise decision. He moved from company. So he moved from the company. Obviously, what is the like a Wipro team will do? The particular team will going to be take a decision. Once he moved the company, we have to remove all access and all access. So if you want to remove the access means they are not removing the employee details. They are not removing the employee details from the database. They are removing the access means they are not able to access any Outlook. They are not able to access any kind of web application, payroll application, or any kind of thing. What they will going to do it? They are going to remove by using the userdel. This is we are calling as decom request. So decom request will be the specific reason. Again, this will be move on to the IAM notification. Means this guy is part of now or nothing but right now this guy is not a part of our team or our company. So we can have accessibility to remove it. So that is a thing. Simple example is that let it be you open a bank account. You open a bank account into the HDFC. So you paid the 10,000 as a minimum balance and you paid that. And after some time, you hook up with their services. I'm not satisfied with the HDFC bank account. So what the generally people will do, they will left over like that. Means the account will be the exist and it will keep on going to the minus minus minus. Somewhere it will be affecting to the CIBIL. So that is the reason some people are what they are going to do it. I don't want to go with the unnecessarily trouble and all. So what I will go? I will going with the closing of account. The closing of the account, how they will do? They will again reach to the bank. They will submit. How opening submit will be there like a closer submit also they will do. They will mention that I'm not ready to move my services. I'm not ready to take up this account further. So just remove my details. So that is what decom request. This decom request need to be come from the app team or particular owner. The particular owner or particular person, they're going to mention that they don't want to be take up that. Then we are going to decom the truck. That will go to the particular admin team. They will update all comments from the user, any request or change number will be there, everything they will update. Then only they will use the command called userdel. They're not deleting the history of the user. Means for example, why history of the database means, let it be later on you move to the other company. When it will go into the verification, he worked into the Wipro. They are going to check with the Wipro whether this Ram and a particular person is worked into the company. They are going to give the information. Yes, he worked. He worked into the this tenure. Let it be 2001. Let it be 2001 to 2010. This is a particular tenure, particular date and something. He worked as a system admin. He worked as a something. They are going to respond it because they are holding the database, but not user, not active. So you got a point, right? What we have to do it here. So this is the way how we are using useradd, userdel, usermod commands. Hope it's clear. Any doubts? Rohit, నేను అర్థమైందా? ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయి?
No.
Nagur, Shravan Garu, Kiran. Hope it's clear. So actually my examples are relevant, right? Nothing but you people are able to understand, right? I'm not going with the technical
Yes.
terminologies. Okay, you need to understand the where and what situation we need to use it. That is my fundamental expectations. Okay, so
Yes.
if all hope it's clear, right? So if all goes well, there is a point 2.0 will be there. What is a 2.0? User is created. Now we need to allocate the powers, right? So for example, in our constitution, we are selecting the MLAs or MPs. Obviously, once they created, they are going to allocate it powers, right? Nothing but like he's a part of this team, he's a part of finance team, he's a part of nothing but ministers. So that's the same thing. We are going to allocate the powers to the team. How we are going to power? By using the some of the commands. So that commands tomorrow we are going to be discussing upon. So I'm going a little bit of slow only, but I want my intention is that you need to understand the topic. So that is the reason I'm clearly going with a scenario and what are the issues we are receiving into the real time one also with a mail explanation. Okay. Hope it's clear. If you have any doubts, means you can ask at any time. Okay. Okay, all.
For now, it is fine, Pavan. No doubts.
Yeah, please go through it. And if you have any doubts, means yeah, we can have. I'm going to conduct some kind of review sessions also. So tomorrow we are going to discuss about the 2.4. Then third, in the same user management, we are going to discuss about sudo privileges also. Okay, that is also we are going to be discuss in detail. Do's and don'ts. Everywhere do's and don'ts. That's it. How to save my job. Okay, how to save my EMI. That's it. Okay.
Yes.
Chalo then. Have a nice day and thanks for joining. Okay. Yeah. Tomorrow we can meet up at the same time.